Today's my topic is trigonometry. Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which studies angle between the sides and the length of the sides. The entire trigonometry depends upon only right angle triangle. This is a right angle triangle. This is a theta. This is right angle at one side of a triangle. This A, B, C. Opposite to the angle is known as opposite side. Opposite to the angle is known as opposite side. Adjacent to the angle is known as adjacent side. The largest side in the right angle triangle is called hypotenuse. This is called hypotenuse. In this trigonometry, the entire trigonometry topics depend upon only right angle triangle only. In this trigonometry, we have four topics. One is trigonometric ratios. Other one is trigonometric ratios and some specific angles. Trigonometric complementary angles. Trigonometry identities. These are the four topics which we are discussing now. Trigonometric ratios. My topic is trigonometric ratios. We have the fundamental pillars of the trigonometry are three ratios. One is sine, other one is cos, and the last but not least is tan. What is sine? Sine means sine. This is a right angle triangle. This is theta. Opposite to the theta is known as opposite side. Adjacent to the theta is known as adjacent side. The largest side in the right angle triangle is hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. Sine can be defined as the ratio of opposite angle to the length of the hypotenuse. Sine can be defined as the ratio of opposite side of an angle to the length of the hypotenuse. Therefore, sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. Now, cos. Cos is adjacent side of an angle to the length of an hypotenuse. Adjacent side to the length of the hypotenuse. Now, tan. Tan is the ratio of opposite side of an angle to the adjacent side of an angle. Opposite side by adjacent side. These are the three basic pillars of the trigonometric ratios. These three are the fundamental pillars. Now, what is the multiplicative inverse of any number is? What is the multiplicative inverse of any number? The product of those two numbers gives the 1. That number is called the multiplicative inverse of the other. Multiplicative inverse of each other. Now, with respect to the sine multiplicative inverse is cosine. What is cosine? We call it as a cosec. Whereas cos multiplicative inverse is secant. What is called secant? We can call it as sec. And tan multiplicative inverse is cot. What is called cot? If The sine multiplicative inverse means cosec. Then cosec can be defined as hypotenuse, length of the hypotenuse by cosec can be defined as length of the hypotenuse by opposite side of an angle. Secant can be defined as hypotenuse, length of the hypotenuse by adjacent side of an angle. Cot can be defined as adjacent side of an angle by opposite side of an angle. Now, multiplicative inverse means sine and cosec. The product of sine and cosec gives the 1. The product of sine and cosec gives 1. This is called a multiplicative inverse. Now, sine into cosecant gives 1. Cos into secant gives 1. Tan into cot gives 1. Which means sine multiplicative inverse cosec. This can also be written as sine is equals to 1 by cosecant. Secant means cos is equals to 1 by secant, whereas cot, tan is equals to 1 by cot. These are the three multiplicative inverse. Now, in this trigonometry topic, we are introducing six pillars of the trigonometry ratios. One is sine, other one is cos, third one is tan, fourth one is cosec, fifth one is secant, and the sixth one but not least is cot. Now, these are the trigonometric ratios which are helpful in we are solving the problems of many trigonometric functionalities. Now, our second topic is trigonometric ratios with some specific angles. This is very most important table we can derive here. Now, trigonometric ratios with some specific. Second topic is trigonometric ratios with some specific angles. In this topic, we are introducing 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90 angles. Now, what is a 45 angle? A derivation of a 45 angle means, now, derivation of 45 angle. Now, see, right angle isosceles triangle can be taken as deriving the 45 degrees of a trigonometric ratio. Now, what is isosceles triangle? What is an isosceles triangle means, here this is a right angle isosceles triangle. One angle must be 90 degrees. The sum of other two angles 90. One angle is 45 degrees, other angle is 45 degrees. If two angles are equal in a triangle, then that triangle can be called as a isosceles triangle. If it is a right angle triangle, then it call it as a right angle isosceles triangle. Here is 45 degrees, here is also 45 degrees. If now the length of this is a C, this is side C, and this is A, and this one is B. Opposite to the side A is length of A. Opposite to B, this is length of B. Opposite to C, this is length of C. Now, these are the right angle isosceles triangle. Now, derivation. What are the fundamental trigonometric ratios? Sine, cos, tan. Now, sine 45, cos 45, tan 45. Before, what we have discussed in sine is opposite side of an angle to the length of an hypotenuse. What is opposite side here? B. But What is this triangle? Right angle isosceles triangle. Right angle isosceles triangle. So lengths are, take it as a equal. If the length of this is also a, what about this one? A square plus a square gives some x square. Now 2a square is equals to x square. X is equals to under root 2 into a. This is root 2 into a. Sin 45. Sin 45 means a by opposite by hypotenuse. Root 2 into a. Whereas cos 45. What is cos 45? Adjacent by adjacent. Adjacent what is length? A. Hypotenuse is root 2 into a. Tan. Tan means opposite by adjacent. Now a getting cancelled, a getting cancelled, a getting cancelled. 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. Here is 1. Now sin 45 value is 1 by root 2, cos 45 value is 1 by root 2, and tan 45 value is 1. What are the complementary angle of a sine? Sine your complementary angle. What is complementary angle means? Cosec. So cosec 45. Cosec 45. This is reciprocal. Only root 2. What is cos reciprocal? Secant. Secant 45 is also root 2. What about tan 45? This is cot. Cot 45 also gives 1. These are the some trigonometric specific angles. Now 30 degrees derivation. While we are defining or derivating the 30 degrees and 60 degrees of a trigonometric ratio, we take it as a equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle. If it is an equilateral triangle, the length of this side is 2a. What about length of this side? This is also 2a. What about length of this side? This is also 2a. Then we call it as this is an equilateral triangle. So side A, this B, and this one is C. Now draw a perpendicular. Draw a perpendicular from the vertex A. Vertex A, draw a perpendicular. This perpendicular, which triangle it is? This is an equilateral triangle. Each angle must be 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees and this is 60 degrees and this one also total angle is 60 degrees. But we are dropping a perpendicular. Na? So this perpendicular divides the angle into two equal parts. This is 30 degrees and this is 30 degrees. While opposite side also it divides in two equal parts. The total length is 2a. This length is a. This length is also a. Now the length of BD is a. The length of CD is a. The length of AB is 2a and the length of AC is also 2a. Now sin 60, cos 60, tan 60. Now sin 60. What is sin 60? What is sin? The length of side of an opposite by length of the side of an angle opposite by hypotenuse. What is opposite here? This one. Here we need to calculate the length of an opposite side. Can we call it as this is a right angle triangle? Yes, it is a right angle triangle. Here is 90 degrees. So according to this one is a, this one is 2a. According to the Pythagoras law, what Pythagoras law says? Square of the hypotenuse. Square of hypotenuse means 2a whole square, which is equals to a square. Some the distance d square. Now 4a square coming to this side, a square is equals to d square. 3a square is equals to d square. Here is d is equals to root 3 into a. What is length here? Root 3 into a. This is the perpendicular distance between a and d. The perpendicular distance between a and d is root 3 into a. Now sin 60. Sin means opposite side. Opposite side how much? Opposite side how much? this is opposite na, opposite side, root 3 into a, opposite by hypotenuse, hypotenuse how much, 2a, this is, now a getting cancelled, root 3 by 2, sin 60 values, read root 3 by 2, cos 60, cos 60 means this one, what is adjacent side and how much, a by hypotenuse, length of the hypotenuse 2a, getting cancelled 1 by 2, tan 60 means opposite by adjacent, opposite how much, root 3 into a by a, getting cancelled, root 3. Now tan 60 value is root 3, cos 60 value is 1 by 2, sin 60 value is root 3 by 2. What are the complementary angles of sin 60? Complementary angle of sin 60 means cosec 60. Cosec 60. What about cosec 60? Reciprocal of this one, 2 by root 3. What is reciprocal of cos secant? Secant 60. How much it is? Reciprocal. Reciprocal means 2. 2 by 1. What about tan? Reciprocal of tan gives cot 60. Cot 60 means 1 by root 3. These are also angles. If we need to check the values, here is also we can check. Cosec means, what about the reciprocal? Hypotenuse. Hypotenuse by this one. 2a by root 3 into a getting cancelled, 2 by root 3. Right? Now 30 degrees derivation. 30 degrees derivation. 30 degrees. Now sin 30, cos 30, tan 30, sin 30. Sin 30 means the angle opposite to the side is opposite side. This is the angle and this one is the opposite side. What is the length of an opposite side? A. By hypotenuse, what about hypotenuse? This one, 2a. A getting cancelled, 1 by 2. Sin 30 value is 1 by 2. Cos, what is adjacent? Adjacent means this one is the adjacent to this angle. Now root 3 into a by 2a getting cancelled, root 3 by 2. Cos 30 value root 3 by 2. What about tan? Tan means opposite to the side of an angle, this one, a, by this one, opposite by this one, root 3 into a getting cancelled, 1 by root 3. These are the trigonometric specific angles. Tan 30 values root 3 by. What is complementary of sin? Cosec. Cosec 30 value similarly 2. What about cos? Secant 30. Secant 30 value 2 by root 3. What about tan? Cot 30. Cot 30 value root 3. These are the values of trigonometric specific angles. Now, third topic is